Test the mic, Mike. Mike, check. Mike, check the mic. Right now, you're plugged in. All right, Mike. Let's make sure. Hold on, wait, Mike Flores. Gotta run the intros, man. You know we gotta run the intros. You get notifications bells. I'm staying in the loop with everything that's going on, man. He's trying to give you that. Man, because it's the Patriots Blitz. It's Wednesday, baby. You know we gotta get to this Wednesday. Oh no. All right, yes. I want to run my intros down. We're trying to figure out which one's working, which ones don't. It's the Patriot Blitz, the AFC Championship Special. You know what I'm saying? We're just coming through with it. Yeah. Sir. All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Pats. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How's it go, Pats? Stay tuned, stay close. Let's go, Pats. Yeah. Remember that. Stay tuned, stay clutch, and remember, let's go, Pats. Mm-hmm. It's a 365 Blitz Patriot Nation, baby. Patriot Blitz Wednesday, folks. So let me just go ahead and stop it right now. Yes, 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 yes. We're here. I want y'all to see that. When you come through the door, I want you to see it. You know what it is, baby. Yeah. Ooh, that beat is different. Yeah, yeah. And that's made by Jay's perspective, baby. There we go. Yes. Yes, 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 folks. You know, oh yeah. It's AFC Championship week. It's championship week. It is championship week. I'm talking about AFC Championship week, guys. Listen, they said we wasn't gonna be here. Wait a minute, hold up. All right, they said y'all like that artwork. I know y'all like the artwork. I hope y'all like the artwork. I hope y'all certainly like the artwork. Without further ado, I'm just saying. All right, let me get to that. Let's go. You already know, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button and follow button and sub up to the channel. Remember, it's Go Pats. Anyway, it's championship week, guys. We're back in here like we missed something. We didn't miss anything, did we? No. We got everything up there. Y'all see the shorts. Thank y'all for liking that, man. We had 20K on our shorts today on that on Alberto. What I'm talking about. I know y'all don't like that Patriot. Yeah. But it's all good, baby. We don't even care. We here for the ones that are here. And trust me, it is what it is, baby. We're here. It's the 365 Blitz, the Patriot Blitz. It's the AFC Championship Special, thought I'd get to you because it's Wednesday. We're on the clock when it gets to these shows. I got to stay on my grind. I got to stay on the grind. Got to stay on the grind. So, normally I would drop this on a Friday, right before we get to the weekend, but we'll be back Friday for another episode. But, um, we're live from the Blitz studio, formerly Clutch Studios, in the lovely state of Louisiana, New Orleans, the city to be exact. I'm your host, Jay's Perspective, Clutch Sports Media 365. It's the Blitz, it's the Patriot Blitz, bringing you championship special. Now, I want y'all to know, as we get ready for this, they said the rebuild would take 5 years. Well, we gave them 5. The Buffalo Bills, they had 5. They ran 5 years. The Bills had the division for 5. Did they win the Super Bowl? I'm listening. Did they win a Super Bowl? Did the Jets get it? Did the Dolphins? No. The best you could do while we were at the bottom of the barrel, guys, was a championship. We're now headed to the AFC Championship. What you talking about? They said our rebuild would take 5 years. They said the dynasty was dead and buried. But this Sunday, for the first time since 2018, guys, the New England Patriots aren't watching the AFC Championship from the couch. They're playing in it. I said 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 it. For the last 5 years, they said the dynasty was dead and buried. But this Sunday, for the first time since 2018, the New England Patriots aren't watching the AFC Championship from the couch. We're actually playing it. Huh? What? Wait. They say we were dead. They said it was over. Let's go. We're back. Welcome to the championship edition of the Patriot Blitz. I'm Jay's Perspective alongside with Jay's Perspective. The bags are packed, the plane is waiting, and the destination is Denver to take on the Broncos for the AFC Championship round of the postseason playoffs. Let's just get to that point right there. We're back. And I know that a lot of y'all don't want to hear that news. It's evident. But guys, this is the championship edition of the Patriot Blitz, and I thank y'all all who have subbed up to the channel, who have come through, and who have liked and followed our channel. Thank you. But our bags are packed, and we're headed to Denver. We're getting to Empower Field. We're headed up there to that altitude to take on those Denver Broncos. Now, my condolences to Bo Nix. He had his surgery. It was successful. He's good. I wish that he was playing. I certainly do wish that Bo Nix was playing in this game. I want to see Bo Drake. I want to see our defenses, the top defenses in the AFC, face off. Yeah, I thought I was playing. It's real. It's actually happening. We sat here in August, and I was covering training camp. That's when I started doing the podcast. We got it on Swell. We started dropping a little snippets all over YouTube, trying to get back into the rhythm of doing the show. And as we sat here in August, hoping for a wild card spot, now we're 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Now, let's be honest. The football gods have smiled on Foxborough this week. They kept it gutted with us. You say easy schedule. You say, oh, you played an easy schedule. Your schedule was 10. You can only play who is on your schedule. You can only play who's in front of you. There is no such thing. In the NFL stands for not for long. You remember how Eagles fans were? Oh, wait, we're going to turn it on. We're going to turn it on. We're going to turn it on. Wait, don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. Chiefs fans. Oh, wait, hold on. We got this. We got this. They went on a little run. Oh, we back. We're back. Josh Allen went up there. Oh, there's no big four. There's no Mahomes. There's no Burrow. There's no Jackson. And now there's no Allen. So the big four is done. There's no big four. It's a whole new four. There's Stafford. There's Darnold. There's May. And Stidham. Stidham. Speaking of Stidham, we'll get to that. But Stidham is back. Y'all forgot where Stidham coming from? Okay. So again, like I told you, back in August, when this all started, we were hoping for a wild card spot. We were hoping to be better than 4-13. But yet and still, folks, what was it? What was it they were saying? They got an easy schedule. But no, baby, the football gods have smiled upon us. We have a rebuild. Our rebuild did not take 5 years. Our rebuild did not take like some other teams. They certainly have. Let's get right to the headlines that shook this league up. They got everybody in a little uproar. They got all these people wanting to know, are the Patriots really back? The Denver Broncos are the number one seed. Yes, yes. They are 14-3, but this Sunday they will be without their MVP candidate, Bo Nix. You know, he was an MVP candidate. Y'all do remember that, right? It was May, it was Stafford, it was CMC, it was a couple other names in there. But this time, this Sunday, well, this weekend, they won't have their quarterback. He's recovering. A fractured ankle in overtime against the Bills. Heartbreaking for the kid. Truly, 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 truly heartbreaking, guys. I'm really serious. I'm not being funny because I'm a fan. I'm being serious. You don't never want to see a opponent injured. You don't want to see somebody go down like that. Especially when you don't want to hear the narrative after the fact if you do win. Oh, well, they didn't have Bo Nix. Every ESPN analyst for the last 2 weeks have picked against us. And we had home games. They picked no Drake man has never been. He hasn't played in the playoffs. We don't know what Drake's gonna do in the playoffs. Oh, Herbert didn't have been in the playoffs. Nixon and been no. Houston has been in the playoffs. Houston has a number one defense. All valid points to make. All good points to make. But back to the people that we're about to face. Guys, prayers again for Bo Nix because his surgery was good. He's good. He's back. But for the Patriots, it changes the entire calculus. We aren't facing the high flying Denver offense we saw on tape all year. We're facing a team trying to hide a backup quarterback. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me? You mean you listen? What am I telling y'all? Listen, guys. Oh, what's up? Hi, what's up? And Marit, how you doing? Salute, champ. Welcome, guys. We're not worried about what they're going to do. If you listen to what Dan Orlovsky said, I don't know why we want to listen to Dan Orlovsky, but let's listen to Dan Orlovsky. Hold on, let me turn my head around so we can get to this. They were saying that, wait a minute, guys. that this defense confuses all of us. It confused Herbert. This defense got after CJ Stroud. 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, 5 turnovers. This defense is something phenomenal. I could talk about my team. I could just sit here and just talk about how good we are and just glaze them. But we're not going to do all that. We won't get to play Bo Nix this time around. We won't face Bo Nix, but we will face that Denver Broncos defense. Yes, we will be facing those guys. But wait a minute, we just played the Texans defense, who I think, honestly, if they would have played them, Texans defense might have dominated the Broncos if they had an offense. Now, guys, we're not just playing any backup. A ghost from Patriots past Jarrett Stidham. You can't write this script. The guy who was once supposed to be the heir apparent in New England is now the only thing standing between Drake May and a Super Bowl. But let's be clear. Stidham knows this system. He hasn't seen this defense. He hasn't seen what Christian Gonzalez has become. He hasn't seen Keon White. He hasn't seen Williams. He hasn't seen Barmore. He hasn't met Mr. 25, Marcus Jones. Tonga. Savant. Come on, there we can go. Got to give my own team their props because you can't write this script. The guy who we was, let's go, baby. The guy who we once took as our heir apparent for Brady's replacement is now the only thing standing in between us and the Super Bowl. He's the only thing that stops us from being in the Super Bowl, guys. Now, before we look ahead to Mile High, we have to talk about how we got here. The 28-16 win over the Houston Texans wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Listen to me. It wasn't pretty, but it was pretty. It was a championship DNA football look. Drake May wasn't perfect. 4 fumbles, lost 2 of them. In a normal game, you lose when your quarterback does that. But this defense just took the ball right back. This defense took the ball right back. And that's what I'm talking about. The key moment in this game was Marcus Jones pick 6. We were down 10-7. The stadium was getting a little tense. And it was a face mask that landed him into the end zone, folks. So there it was, back on top. All right. Now, he read Stroud's eyes, the film study, that is preparation. That play flipped the momentum and Gillette absolutely exploded. And credit to Drake May, he didn't let the turnovers rattle him. The fourth quarter touchdown pass to Kayshon Boutte, that was a big boy throw. Back shoulder, perfect placement. One hand grab, game over. And if y'all notice, Drake started against the Texans last season. In his first game, it was against the Texans. He threw the exact same pass to Boutte, same exact pass last year. But this one, guess what this one was? This one was to go to the championship. All right? Let's break down Sunday. The odds makers have installed. No, wait. Before we get that right. Wait. We're gonna get to that one. Oh boy. Before we get there, hit that like button, hit that follow button. Give me a like if you don't mind, folks. Let me get that like if you don't mind. Thank you. Keep it going. I hear you, boy. I'm gonna keep going because you know what it is, baby. Patriot Nation, let's go. Boom. We here. All right. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. Amarit. Appreciate that. Keep it going. Nash, 1600. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for the comments. I do. I'm gonna keep it going. You definitely right. I'm gonna keep going, guys. I want y'all to know. But let me flash back to one point I wanted to make as we get ready for championship weekend. I want y'all to know. Back in August, we were hoping, a lot of us, Patriot Nation, were just hoping not to go 4-13. The last two seasons, we've been 4-13 under Bill Belichick. His last season, his last coaching job in New England, we were 4-13, guys. 4-13. Then when we had the one and done with Gerard Mayo, 4-13. Bottom of the division. I had Jets fans laughing and ridiculing us. Dolphins fans talking, and the Buffalo Bills, they were riding so high on their own horse, on that big old Buffalo up there, they thought that it couldn't happen to them. But they've had the division for the last 5 years. 5. What have you turned? What have you done? What? What have they done? Hmm. Hmm. But now, guys, Patriots are one game away from the Super Bowl. So let's break down the Sunday. Let's break down Sunday. The odds makers have installed the Patriots at a 5.5 point favorites on the road. That is almost unheard of for the number 2 seed visiting the number 1 seed. I don't think y'all heard me. The odds makers have us as a 5.5 point. I'm gonna have to look and make sure that the numbers ain't changed. But the odd makers have us Sunday, not this weekend, for championship weekend, as a 5.5 point favorites on the road. Now you know we're road warriors. Ain't no on the road, guys. We get it in on that road. We getting it in. We win on the road. We're going to so it's the 2 and the 1 seed in the AFC East facing off. Is Stidham the effect? Is the Stidham effect going to be a factor? Is it? Somebody tell me, is it going to be a factor? We have to be careful with Denver, guys. They still have a top 3 defense. Patrick Surtain, PS2, versus our receivers is going to be a war. We're going to war with a defense that can get after your quarterback. They can get the ball. And look what they did, Josh Allen. They had poor Josh. They had Josh in tears after that game. I understand. But when you're a road warrior and you don't even I didn't think we was going to be here. And like I said, the odds makers have us favorite. That's crazy. We're favored on the road in Denver. I know they probably changed these odds, but guys, we're going to have to deal with the Stidham effect. And the top 3 defense that Denver Broncos, the Denver Broncos have a top 3 defense. They got a defense that can get after you. And I'm not mad at them. All right. Denver is going to want to run the ball at least 40 times. They have, I think they J.K. Dobbins is back. I'm not sure. I have to go in and make sure. We're going to update. We'll have another Patriot Blitz Friday with all the updates. But They may have him back, but Harvey, not worried about it. We just went up against Chubb, um, Marks, and those two they gashed the Steelers. They gashed the Steelers in the divisional round, right? So I mean in the wild card weekend. So not worrying about because we got a defense that can get after you, shut down that run tackle. I mean run game, and it's over with. So if we can stop the run on the first and second down and force them into third and long, the pass rush will feast. And yes, Mint Williams, Baltimore. Oh baby, come on over. And you're bringing Stidham, you're bringing him out. Well, the Patriots are about to have a little fun with this one, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta be happy about this because we're one game away from the Super. Do you understand as a real Patriot fan? Last year, where we was at, 4-13. We were 4 wins last year. 13 losses. Not last year, but the year before last. And now we have one of the best defenses, the best defense in the league. And guess what? We're one game away from playing in the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. All right. We got away with some ball security issues against Houston. And I've been fussing and complaining about Drake and McDaniels and Graves have been telling Josh ball security. Keep the ball here. Don't keep the ball out here. But when you're playing the Texans defense like that, Anderson and Daniil Hunter, they're gonna draw. If they had offense, we talking a different game probably. But no, no, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Ball security is going to be our biggest point of emphasis for Drake this week. If Denver's defense, because Denver's defense, they thrive on chaos. I'm telling you, they do. If May plays a clean game, just manages the game, hits his checkdowns, uses his legs when needed, we win. We don't need 35 points. We need at least 20. We don't need nobody to play hero ball. We in a hostile environment. We're playing another good defense, a very good defense at that. Another notch on our belt. We haven't played Denver in a few years. But the last time, guys, it was ugly. Okay, but this one, this one is real because this one is right here is one away from the big dance. I'm telling you, this game is one away from the big game. Now, this is the winner goes to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. The loser goes home. The winner of this weekend's AFC Championship game will be going on to the Super Bowl. Loser. And I don't want the excuses that, oh, we didn't have our quarterback. He was injured. Oh, y'all caught us without Bo Nix. Oh, Bo Nix wasn't playing. Okay. I get it. I totally get it. I understand. I get it. I look at the quarterback matchup on one side. Drake May, who has grown up before our eyes this season. On the other, a backup in a tough spot. I look at defenses, both elite, but ours is creating turnovers at an historic rate right now. So both defenses, both of them, are elite. Both these teams have elite defenses, but ours, they're creating the turnovers at a historic rate. Okay. Both of these teams, the Broncos, elite defense. Patriots, elite defense. But we're getting turnovers at a historic rate. Point blank. The Patriots exercised their demons of 2013 and 2015. We aren't losing in Denver this time. Now remember, we lost in Denver. Remember that. Remember, we lost in Denver, guys. It is a rebound. This is historic for us. This time we aren't losing in Denver. This time. The defense suffocates Stidham, holding them to a single digit. Drake may throw one touchdown, runs for another, and Ramondre Stevens closes it out in the fourth quarter. That's my little analyst. That's my whole little prediction. I mean, call me crazy, call me delusional, call me a Patriot sympathizer, whatever you want to. But the Patriots exercise the demons of 2013 and 2015 because we are not losing in Denver this time. The defense suffocates Stidham, especially want to bring out a backup talking about, oh, the only thing about it, they don't have no tape on Stidham. We drafted Stidham. He hasn't played. Do you understand that he's not going to understand how to do anything against our defense? Like, I'm honestly, do you not understand it? Like, I get it. We haven't seen Stidham throw a ball or play in them. But how you think he's going to deal with our defense? They're talking about Drake. Drake just went through a gauntlet. Chargers, who has a good defense. Houston, who had a ferocious defense. And now, what did Josh Allen do to his defense in the second half? They took it to overtime. It was overtime. I'm getting chills just hearing. I think it's going to be closer, guys, because Denver is proud at home, but talent wins out. So I'm saying Patriots 20, Broncos 13. That's me just making my little early thing. So I'm saying, Foxborough, get your popcorn ready. The AFC Championship is finally back where it belongs, in our sights. Get your popcorn out. Get ready. The Patriots are back in the AFC Championship. We're back in the championship. Hmm. I mean, honestly, let's just think about that for a second. Let's just bask in it. Let it just marinate. Get your popcorn ready. The AFC Championship is finally back where it belongs, guys. It's in our sights. We're there. I've heard all the critics. I listened to. I even stopped listening to First Take in the morning because I'm tired of hearing the Cam Newton. Can you please stop? Can you stop, bro? You was our quarterback at one time. In case you forgot that, Belichick brought you in to bridge for Mac Jones. Nobody else gave you a job. Now I don't expect you to be loyal. I don't. I don't expect Cam to be loyal. You know why? Because Cam gets paid to talk trash. Cam got the channel. Cam is a little bit everywhere. You can tell Cam's everywhere. I was listening to something about that. Cam's everywhere. But for Cam to say they're moving the goalposts and all this other stuff, everybody on the analysts, the expert analysts, all picked Houston Texans. All of them picked the Houston Texans. Nobody decided to go with the Patriots. And it was in our house, in the snow. Coverage starts Sunday, 3 p.m. on CBS, guys. Hmm. 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 Let's go, Pats. We're back. I don't think, I honestly do not think that they wanted us to be back. I'm serious. I don't think they wanted us back because I'm not hearing anything other than easy schedule, cupcake schedule. Oh, the road to the Super Bowl got you. Bo Nix is injured. Yo, now y'all wrote. Either way it goes, guys, we got a rematch with the Rams. Hold on. We got a rematch with the Rams, or we got a rematch with the Seattle Seahawks. Either way it goes, either Super Bowl, we got a rematch on the horizon. Hmm. Now, we're headed up to Denver. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be funny if we pull this out. Because guess what? Boy, they don't want to see this team back in the championship, bro. A 4-13 Patriot team, the team that has not been in the postseason since 2018. 2021, we got blown out in Buffalo by the Bills, of course. But, guys, I mean, we are back. And we have naysayers and haters that's already saying that this is it's a cupcake. We got a cupcake schedule. We got a cupcake win. The Patriots are not the Patriots. This the Patriots that. I'm tired. I just cover my ears sometimes because it's like, wait a minute, can we stop? All right, guys. Drake May was 19 of 31, 218, one touchdown. Zero interceptions, two fumbles lost. Reminder, Steven, 24 carries, 102 rushing, one touchdown. Demario Pop Douglas, 7 receptions, 88 yards. Total offense, 345 yards, 127 yards. Rushing, 218. And passing turnovers, forced 5, 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recovers. Marcus Jones, 1 interception for a pick 6. Gonzalez allowed 0 catches. Keon, we ain't gonna. We look ahead to Mile High. We have to talk about the numbers from the 28-16 win over Houston. When you look at the stat sheet, it's one of the strangest box scores of the year. It was ugly, but it was a championship DNA football. Look at Drake May's line. Not an MVP performance on paper. The 2 lost fumbles were terrifying for the moment. In a normal game, you lose when your quarterback puts the ball on the ground twice in his own 30. But when you look at the rushing attack from Ramondre with those carries, that engine right there, I'm not worrying about it. That's the winter. Remember, I used to post these things all over my Facebook page, guys. I used to talk so much trash. Winter's coming. Winter's here. And Winter Ramondre, we know and love, he averaged 4.3 yards per carry against the stacked Houston box that allowed us to control the clock in the second half. And Pop Douglas, pop, 7 catches, 88 yards, and that tutty. He was a safety valve every time the pocket collapsed. But the real story, the reason we're booking flights to Denver is that defense stat line. 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers, guys. We have 5. We have 5. We got the ball. We took the ball away. We were hunting. And I expect it to be even more because we're one win away from the goal that nobody said we could reach. Listen, they didn't think we was going to be here. And I'm quite sure they like, I'm listening to one of my favorite programs, AFC East Roundtable. Salute to the AFC East Roundtable. Richie, you're a hater. But, guys, they're mad. They're like, how did you guys get back here so fast? Why are you guys back here? Why? Because our defense. Because our coach. Key moments, Marcus Jones pick 6. We were down 10-7. The stadium was getting tense. And guess what? When he flipped that script and took that ball and took it to the house. Now, granted, Stroud was going back and just decided to do a bubblehead move, throw the ball up. It is what it is. Not my problem. Stroud, he did his thing. They're bringing in Jarrett Stidham. 0 starts in 2025, 14 pass attempts. Last start was week 18 of 2023 with Denver. Listen, Jarrett Stidham starting for Bo Nix. Career starts for him. 0 starts in 2025. 14 pass attempts. Last start for Jarrett Stidham was week 18, 2023 with the Broncos. I said this is going to be interesting. We are again favorited, 5.5-point favorites on the road, where we're road warriors, 8-0 on the road, perfect 8-0 on the road. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of our losses have come at home in Foxborough. That's almost unheard of for the number 2 seed who is visiting the number 1 seed. Now, is it the reverse gambling effect? Probably is. Do they really believe that we're going to go into Denver and lay an egg? No. I think they know. I think they're trying to get some kind of hoopla around it to cover the spread. But guys, don't matter. We're headed to Denver, and we're bringing it. Bringing a boom, boom. All right. The key to the game, number 1, is to make Stidham beat you. Not using that running game. Harvey, if they get J.K. Dobbins back, that's gonna be a plus for them. But I don't see that happening. I really don't. I really don't. Speaking of which, let me go to my. I'm gonna pull up the New England Patriots. Hold on, guys. Hold on, my people. I'm pull up my little interviews. We had Braves talking earlier, right? All right, and we can pull up the injury report as well while we're here. All right, here we go. Right there. Hold up. Let's get to this. Hold up. Wait, wait. Thank y'all, everybody who have come through. Please hit that like button, that follow button when you do come through the door. Give you a like, give you a follow. Salute to y'all, champs. I know there's nothing going on today, but it's the Patriot Blitz today, baby. You heard me. All right. Here we go. We got Mike Vrabel. He's going to give us a little insight into some stuff. You know what we expect, what he's expecting, his high expectations heading into championship week. Okay, so I'm trying to know. Championship week. Patriots are back. We're into championship weekend, guys. All right, we're headed to championship. We're on our way to Denver, to the Mile High, to Empower Field. Mm, Mike was saying we have high expectations on competing in the AFC Championship game, and I'm rightfully right there with my boy. Right there. I should have went on X and pulled this one up. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. All right, let's go to X. Let's pull up our X. Godly. Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. No. Make sure you do follow us, guys. We are on X. We're on a lot of them. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Bam. All right. The revolution is not going to be televised. It has already been televised. In case you motherfuckers didn't know that. And it is New England Patriots, baby. 6 times on our way to number 7. Look at that. The one hand grab is up there. They posted the one hand grab of booty, bro. Oh my God. They did not do that. Did they? Look at that. Oh, they posted a pic of booty with the one hand grab. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, guys. So find that ball, 5 turnovers. Listen, defense takes the ball away. 5 turnovers. I'm just saying. 5 turnovers. We take the ball away. Okay? We get busy. Defense takes the ball away, guys. So that's definitely that's a plus right there. Injury report is right here. Here goes our injury report. Harold Landry did not practice Wednesday. Mapu Marti hip did not practice. Carlton Davidson is in concussion protocol. He left the game against the Texans. Okay. Christian Elias, he has a hip and was limited. Hunter Henry, he has an NIR. He's on rest. What is NIRS? I'm about to look that up right there. Morgan Moses is on NIRS. Mumford Thayer, he is limited. So all these guys are limited. And Mumford, he has a knee. Joshua Farmer, he's back from the hamstring. He's back from the hamstring, y'all. He's back from the hammy, y'all. So we happy. I'm happy for that one. I'm telling you now, he's back. All right. And Terrell Jennings passed protocol. He's a full participant, running back. Spillane, his hand, he's back. Linebacker, he's back. So we've got, you see that? We got our boys back. This is the injury report, guys. We're back. We got an injury report. And look at that. They're back. So injury report has come out. And sure enough, we've passed. We have two that did not practice: Harold Landry and Mapu, our linebackers. But we got Spillane back though. Thank God, we needed that boy back. No lie to you. Thanks, thank you very much. All right. All right. So let's see. My boy.
Man, stop playing. Stop playing, man.
Boy, Biggie's go. Big ain't playing, bro. Look, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have a hard. It's not. It's not that we're gonna have a hard time in Denver. They're gonna have a hard time. Okay.
Man, stop playing. Stop playing, man. Hey. When you worry about them, man. Worry about us, we'll be just fine. Hey, Will. Worry about us, we'll be just fine.
Just like that, guys. I'm talking about Diggs.
Man, stop playing. Stop.
All right, here goes Drake Mays. Quick. All right, live. All right, here goes the live press conference right here. That's fair, man. Damn computer to be acting retarded, y'all. Can't wait to upgrade. Swear. Need to upgrade, yeah. All right.
Structure for the AI era.
All right, Drake Mays, Pressy.
What's going on? Karen, how are you?
Have you ever thrown football in altitude? And if not, has anyone given you any tips of what to expect?
Yeah, no, I haven't thrown it out to before. I've never really been to Colorado or to a place with altitude that I've thrown a football at, but I think there is some adjustment to it. I think feeling out in warm-ups and seeing how what the deep ball is like, or kind of what the altitude does. I got
your water.
Just for us, just kind of fatigue-wise, I think we'll try to get a feel for it in warm-ups, and I know it's a little different, but I know a lot of teams play out there all the time, so we'll have an adjustment. And just for me, just feeling out warm-ups, maybe throw a few extra deep ones, see how it is, and I think it'll be pretty cool. Get a few extra yards on a deep ball. You can always use that.
Have you ever used a silent count before? And if so, what are some of the unique challenges to using a silent count as opposed to?
Use a silent count every road game. Really, I think every road game this season we've used it. So just I think the loudness of the stadium for this week will be different than what we've kind of heard, just because of the AFC Championship at a road opponent that has had history of winning Super Bowls and playing in playoff games and has a great team. So it'll be the magnitude of the noise will be probably something you'll see this year yet, but silent count something we've been working all year, and we've been in Buffalo and Baltimore using silent counts where it's tough to hear in the huddle and tough for the O-line to hear me. So we just go in silent, and we've done a good job.
I know that you guys have had a lot of success on the road this season, but do you enjoy playing on the road?
I think playing on the road is one of the coolest things of coming off the field at their place with screaming fans and coming out with a win. I think it's pretty cool to celebrate and celebrate in a way locker room that's different. And coach has always been saying road warrior, so we're trying to find that one more time and finish out strong what we've done this year. And we got a tough job and a tough challenge, but I think the guys will be pumped up and ready for it.
It seems as though people from high school days, college days now, everyone describes you as a nice guy until score is being kept. Do you feel like you flip a switch when it comes to competition? Like, how would you describe that dichotomy?
Yeah, I try not to flip a switch. I think anytime that
road warriors, y'all.
I've tried that.
We are road
warriors.
My
older brothers to playing my wife in something, to playing out here playing football. I think you want to win, and anybody's keeping score, no matter if it matters or not. I think winning's more fun. So that's my mentality, and I think that's what try to bring that to this team, and I think the team feels the same way.
What do you and Michael play?
Shoot, she's we could be 4 games. She started playing Mahjong. I haven't got into that, but something like that, or playing Battleship or cards, or anything that goes on for me playing her. We picked up tennis a little bit in the off season. Try to take it easy on the shoulder a little bit, but she's picked up tennis and tried anything we can compete in. She's a great athlete.
I'm curious, what was your reaction to seeing the Keyshawn Mooney one-handed catch when obviously you're on the field, you say you got the best seat in the house, but I'm sure you couldn't fully see that one-handed. When you watched it back, what was kind of your reaction?
No, what a catch. What a catch. He's made time and time again, made big-time catches, and he deserves more chances, and I'm looking forward to playing with him every time I go out there. He's made some great catches on some deep balls and some intermediate routes, and I think, I went over to the sideline. I always ask them if they catch it, and I always say yes, whether they catch it or not. But it was pretty cool to see that. I think whoever had a different shot of it in the snow with him making the one-handed catch, maybe NFL Films or somebody, but it was a sweet catch and a big time play for us.
Drake, ball security obviously very important. Last couple of weeks, there have been some fumbles from you, unfortunately, from your perspective. What have you done in terms of soul searching to prevent that from happening in such an important game on Sunday? What have you done to work on that and make sure it doesn't happen?
Yeah, I think just work on it in practice. Just have you'll be mindful back there and just know that my job is to protect the football, and that's every game. And I think one of the biggest things with the guys up front is my job to have a timer in my head, and those guys done a great job all year. So I haven't lost trust in those guys up front, and I know that we faced some pretty good edge rushers in the past couple of weeks, and I know we got a good another good set of edge rushers coming up this week. So just have a feel for it, and just protect the football, because that's my job.
Drake, you worked with Ashton Grant this season, the quarterback's coach. What have you learned from him? How has he helped you develop, and what's been a great season for you so far?
Yeah, Ashton's been awesome. He's been awesome for me just because the offense that came from last year, he was running it in Cleveland. So we've had a cool kind of experience translating the offense into kind of what we started with, and trying to get the old terminology out and kind of get the new Coach McDaniel's terminology. And he's been great. He's been great earlier in the week, kind of getting us an intro. We sit in there with the quarterbacks with him and gives an intro. We watch some stuff on tape that helps me a lot. And I think he's just good about staying positive. He's in the box here in the game, comes down at halftime, always has something good to say, always something positive to say. And He's fun. He's funny. He's always, he's one of my number one hype mans, and I appreciate that about him. He's always in a good mood, and he keeps it real. I think it's the biggest thing he appreciated. He tells me when I need to do something that I need to work on, and he pumps me up a lot, which I appreciate.
You guys have done a great job this year treating every game like it's just another game. However, this one isn't. Have you allowed yourself to think about the stakes and what's at stake Sunday?
Yeah, the stakes for the past 2 weeks have been win or go home. So it's just another playoff game that we get a chance to go in a road environment that's hostile, and a great football team that's got great coaches, great defense, great players, and I think it's just another challenge for us to finish what we started. I don't think we want to stop here, and we want to keep going.
Coach has really stressed having fun out there. We saw you tossing the ball around the field in the snow with maybe it was your brother or your wife posing for pictures. What was that moment like, and does that help relieve the stress as you're in the playoffs?
Go home.
Yeah, I think just enjoying it. My wife has gotten on me because a bunch of other people have gone onto the field after the games, and we haven't yet. I was like, all right, the last one, we'll go out there. So it was pretty cool to snow, and just time to enjoy a win with people that I love.
You guys have really weathered the highs and the lows of playoff football the last 2 weeks. What do you attribute that emotional maturity to from a group that really was largely didn't have a lot of postseason experience coming in? What do you think enables you guys to do that, and how do you translate it over to the playoffs on the road?
I think coaching helps. I think Coach Vrabel, being in the playing in playoff games, winning Super Bowls. Coach McDaniels, same thing. Just having coaches that know what it's like, can prepare us for it, and just trusting what we've done all season. Coach always talks about don't change the recipe now, and I think having little tweaks and stuff here, here and there is fine. But at the end of the day, being who we are, kind of building this identity and going to show it and bring it on the road.
Josh coached there. Is there any kind of insight that he can give you, or has he given you this week, about how to operate there? And he's coached, obviously, AFC Championship games there. What kind of insight has he given you this week?
No, I think just being even better for my operation. I think last week can improve on my operation of getting out of the huddle, getting guys in the right spot, getting guys just moving with a sense of urgency. And I think that starts with me of being under center and having
the identity
and getting out of the huddle
on
fast.
the road. Same way we do it at home. Same way we do it on the road, baby.
He's been a lot of big time games, especially on the road in his years. So he just says just be even more intentional with the little things on the road. And obviously he played there in the altitude and everything like that. But I think more of the noise factor. He's just we're working on the silent cadence and just trying to do what we need to do to come up with the win.
Of all the high blitz defenses you've faced this year, how difficult is it to identify pre-snap, where they're going to come relative to other teams that play the way they do?
Yeah, I think they do a good job. They do a good job bringing different guys, out of base, out of sub, out of different things. So we got to be firing all cylinders with protection. In the run game, they do a good job of getting TFLs and getting after the quarterback in the passing game. So it's already tough enough job with the edge guys and the guys up front on the D line that they have. So just knowing if they heat us up,
that's a good question
where these guys are coming from, and have an idea that depending on the game's going, they could heat us up more or heat us up less, and just kind of take it from there.
One of the reasons you guys have been as productive as you've been offensively this year is you've been really aggressive down the field. Do you have to change that approach at all going against a really good pass rush unit again this weekend?
No, I don't think trying to change it. I think last week you change it and Keyshawn doesn't make the play. So little things like that are just knowing the time and place for it. I think trying to get the ball out of my hand and just being cognizant of the edge rushers and taking care of the football is the number one thing. So if we have time and have a look downfield, me, I'm going to take a look and take a shot.
Greg Olson was talking about the debate in youth sports of specialization versus multi-sport athletes, and he used you as an example. I was wondering just how playing basketball you think helped your athletic development in football.
Yeah, I played all three. Played baseball as well growing up, and just loved whatever season it was my favorite sport. And I think I got that from my brothers. They all three played them all, and just having a chance to go from season to season.
Me, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a shot down the field. I love it.
Straight to the basketball.
My quarterback right there,
playing
guys.
with my high school friends and playing competitive sports. I think basketball was one of my favorites. And just having the ball in your hand and making decisions with space and seeing defenders and making split-second decisions, I think is kind of the biggest thing in basketball. You make split-second decisions, and that's my job at quarterback. You make really fast decisions, and we got to see the defense and decide if you want to pass, shoot, drive, whatever you want. And from there, I think just playing different sports and positions, and playing baseball helps different stuff with my position and arm angles and seeing defenders and throwing it this certain distance and distance like that. So I love playing sports. Growing up all three and specializing. I think that's become more and more of a common thing now, and whether it's right or wrong, it kind of works for different people. But I know, Lord willing, if I have some kids, they'll be playing, a bunch of sports. So look forward to that.
Drake,
Thank
you
you.
had a big embrace.
In the labs, getting it ready. In the lab, guys, getting ready for that road trip. We headed out west. Big Campbell. Tom, I love you, Tom, but I All right, here we go. My butt braids, y'all. This is the one I want right here. Okay, yep, this one here. We're gonna commentate on what we learned from Drake and Vrapes as we get ready for championship week. You hear me? It sounds different when y'all. It sounds a whole lot different when it just hit different. Time you left us, bro. You left us, John. I understand the business side. Hey, Karen.
Could you let us know if you might be activating the window for
It just hit different when you say championship week, guys. It's championship week.
8-0 on the road.
Championship week, baby. Oh, baby. Yes, championship week. Let's go.
We played a lot of different environments, and you got to take care of the football. You're going to have to try to find a way to, win in critical situations at the end of the half, at the end of the game, whether that's 5 minute or, just think back to, defensively getting stops in Miami. We made a critical kick. Tampa Bay, we executed at the end of half, and certain situations, 5 minute in New Orleans. So I think each game kind of has its own story, but you better take care of the football, especially in Denver.
Mike, following that up a little bit,
trying to find a way
what
to
characteristics do players have to have,
which is beautiful,
to take that mentality on the road and be successful on the road?
Well, I think we try to preach it through, the entire offseason and being able to establish an identity that travels, overcoming mistakes that happen in the game, which there always are. I think that you have to be resilient. There's going to be some swings and momentum. You're going to have to be able to handle the environment offensively and not put yourself in bad situations.
You try to preach it through.
Your operation isn't very good. So there's a lot of things that we try to practice, knowing that we're going to have to play half of our games on the road. I would anticipate him being out there probably in a limited capacity.
Today's press conference, championship week.
Just working his way through protocol.
Wednesday, Patriots Blitz is on right now.
League low, 23 sacks. What makes them so good?
The quarterback gets it out. They do a nice job with moving the pocket,
a lot of things,
different throws, and not just standing back there. I think Sean and his staff has done a great job of, finding the balance of when to throw in the pocket and, 7-man protection sometimes on third down. And, and then again, when they don't, they block them. They do a nice job of blocking them on the edges, and, they try to stay firm in the middle.
Do you go back and look at Stidham's preseason stuff, or do you just kind of stick with what they do offensively and figure out?
Got to acknowledge those guys.
Again, he's got, the snaps that he has, the 400 so snaps that are, in regular season action, and then they have a lot of snaps on what they want to do. So we'll have to be prepared for the plan and the things that they've shown. I'm sure there'll be some things that they haven't shown. He's more than capable to go out there and operate, and it's why he's a backup and one that was coveted around the league.
How much did you tap into Josh's knowledge of him? Obviously, he started a couple games for Josh in Vegas about, hey, this is what he likes, this is what he doesn't like.
I think every week we try to use every resource that we have at our disposal. Josh coached him a couple years ago, so anything that we have that we can use to help us, we'll try.
Mike, you've been big on that no naps message this year. How do you make sure your defense doesn't take a nap against the backup quarterback who hasn't played a lot?
Yeah, exactly. He was a backup. We're talking 2019, guys. So
group. I just think to try to continue to play
we
together
drafted him,
with
so it's
the
not
speed
like
that they have
we don't have
the
a
last
knowledge
couple
of
weeks,
who this young man is.
I'm confident that they'll
hasn't
remain
thrown the
excited.
ball. Last game, I think I
ready to
told
go.
you his last game
Ashton
was
Grant for this season as your
week
quarterback
18 of
coach. What have you
2023,
seen from him? How he's
and that's
developed
with
Drake?
Denver.
Did you cross
So,
paths in Cleveland last
hey, I mean,
Yeah, I worked with Ashton in Cleveland. I've got to evaluate him every day and what he did in Cleveland. And, I think it's a good balance between him and Josh, and Josh was really excited for us to be able to add. Ashton was in on those interview processes that we had for the quarterback coach. And I think Ashton really fit his vision that he had. First year in the system, it's going to be, Josh is going to have a heavy role in that. But also, I'll go in there and Ashton will be meeting with these guys situationally. And, I think it is a good balance between him and Josh and how long Josh has done it and maybe the newness and the youngness of Ashton is a nice little balance.
Like Mac Hollins practice today?
No, I would not anticipate. Karen, you just have to talk louder so they hear your question. I would not anticipate Mac being out there.
Mike, you're not afraid to jump in drills from time to time with the guys. Is there a part of you as a player who's played in big games like this? Is there a part of you that deep down misses the physicality of the sport?
Nope. Every day I wake up, I'm glad that I don't have to practice or play.
Mike,
considering
going back to Milt Williams, the decision to sign him, identifying him as a potential main piece here in the defense, can you talk about that early thought of going after him, and then now that he's been here, you could, I'm assuming he's met all expectations, if not more.
Mike said, "Nope."
Again,
nope.
you try
You
to.
don't want Mike is not trying to go out there and take any hits. Like
Supplement the roster.
I like waking up on this side of
targeted some guys, got some guys
bed on this side without having to get punished, guys. So
excited to add
good question,
person,
but on next Karen, next
person.
This question.
And I think the play speaks for itself. We have high expectations for everybody, but certainly Milt, and it's good to have him back out there, and it's helped in a lot of phases, a lot of areas in the run game. It had some really nice plays last week and affecting the quarterback, and we talked about on the interception return that his push kind of started it, knocking the guy back into the tight end. So, we'll need everybody, including Milt. We'll need their best efforts this week, and again, that's kind of where it went last year. And you target guys, and some guys you get, some guys you don't.
Mike, when you're dealing with rookies and younger players who maybe aren't used to the bright lights of the stage of an AFC championship, how do you prepare them? Do you rely on some veterans to talk with younger guys?
I mean, they're 2 more games experienced in the playoffs than they were 2 weeks ago. So, I mean,
yep, and I showed y'all the injury report earlier. So we got pretty much everybody back from injury. So
the altitude, and as it pertains to special teams as well, anything that changes your game plan heading into Sunday?
Well, I'm sure we'll have to figure out how far Andy can kick with the altitude, and then.
Good point, Mike. They're 2 more games experience in the playoff than they were 2 weeks ago.
Marcus is going to have to adjust where he aligns based on where the ball travels, and but I'm confident that everybody's going to be ready to go, and hopefully we can get force him to punt and give Marcus some opportunities.
for Drake, in these last 2 games, he's had a few turnovers. How do you go about just addressing that with him and working on ball security, especially against now facing Denver?
Same way to do all the time. So just, we have to be able to not get careless with the football. We can't be reckless. And a lot of it is operation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had 2 turnovers
Want
where
some punts, give Marcus
we
Jones
all
some
weren't on the same
opportunities.
page. And not only is it, that's, you could have a negative play if you don't have everybody on the same page, but even worse, you lose the football. Or if you don't have somebody on the same page and they blitz, somebody gets hurt. So, those are the things we talk about when we're not on the same page. So I think the operation is going to be critical.
Like understanding every season, every team is different. Are there any lessons you took from 6 years ago leading a team on the road into the AFC Championship game that might help you this week or on Sunday?
No, I mean, I just, you're going to have to do what we talked about. You're going to have to be able to execute in some critical situations, some third downs. There's going to be some third downs that we're going to have to convert, and it's going to be some stops that we're going to have to be able to make. And then I think the turnovers and taking advantage of your scoring opportunities in the red zone.
Your best
6
team
years ago,
players,
he
do
was on the
you
road with
lean
the
into
AFC
the
Championship
opportunity
team
now in
in
the AFC
Tennessee.
Championship
Now he's
game,
back.
try to keep things fairly similar to what you've done throughout the course of the season?
No, I mean, I think it's similar to what we've done. I mean, it's focus on, what we want the team to try to do, and then offensively, defensively, and special teams, things that we think are important. Go about practicing them and making sure that everybody's ready. First and second down today, we'll get third down tomorrow, on and on into the red zone. So, I mean, we just have to, again, I'm focused on embracing the preparation and enjoying this entire experience.
What makes Denver pass rush so talented, other than the obvious?
They're good. I mean, they're good. They got speed rushers. Zach Allen, I think, led the league in quarterback hits, and he's as athletic of a player inside as you'll find. And that's a tough combination when he's coming inside, and then they can't step up. And Benito and Coop, they keep coming. And they do a nice job blitzing. I mean, Vance does a nice job blitzing, but they have good personnel. And then when they don't,
Speed rushers, and they're good.
the different
Zach
pressures. So,
Allen and
we'll have to be ready for
Benito
the base
and
guys that are in
other
there.
names over there on that line. They're decent. They're not a number one. They're not a top
Against assignment counter or
top
extra pressure and trying to deal with
tier
that problem.
defense for nothing.
Have you dealt with it much this year?
I mean, we've worked a silent count. We've worked a silent count, throughout the season. We've worked it when we weren't necessarily going on the road, just trying to figure that we would need to. We went through that stretch of home games, so I can, there were games that we were just focused on saying, hey, let's just do it today, just to work on it, so that we can have it when we need it, and then we'll certainly need it this week.
I can't speak for everyone on the roster, but do you get the feeling that the team enjoys playing on the road?
I mean, probably when we win, they enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it too.
Like, your defensive tackles have made a lot of impact plays during the playoffs. Can you speak to performance of that group, and also if it's allowed you to be more flexible schematically now that they're healthy?
I mean, I don't think the schematics of it really change much. I think that, we have high expectations. Our best players have to play good. But I think that the Durden's, the Lenny T's,
Road Warriors, baby.
the Tongas,
We got to play what we
those
got to
guys
play. It
stepping
doesn't
in,
matter if you're on the road
have really
or we're at
done a nice
home.
job.
But
and
we're Road
so we have to
Warriors.
continue to get some impact
Mantra
from
we
that
using
group,
this year.
like
We all we
have the
got. We
last
all
couple
we need.
weeks. Thank you.
All right. And that's my boy Mike Vrabes. It's going to take us out. And y'all heard it from Coach. All right. There it is. You heard it from the horse's mouth himself. My head coach, Mike Vrabel, and our quarterback, Drake May. Both of them came out. Drake said it's a new experience for him. He's never played there. He never visited there, never been there. It's going to be a whole new experience for him out there. Braves is like, we're hoping they get Andy acclimated to the altitude, see how far he can kick. Hopefully, we don't need to really worry about that, but get punts and get Marcus Jones started on that altitude run. It's going to be interesting, guys. This championship week, today is Wednesday, so we'll be back Friday with our wrap up before the weekend with the Blitz, headed to, as we get everything. I showed you the injury list, so we know who's there. Head coach and quarterback press conference for today. Guys, it's championship week. Remember, we have not been here since 2018. They didn't want to see us here. They didn't think we was going to be here. However they thought, or whatever they thought, it didn't work. Let me just be here. They said soft schedule. They said all kind of other excuses why we're not supposed to be here. Okay. But right now, listen, we all we got, we all we need. We're road warriors. We take the show on the road and we win. And you heard my quarterback said, Drake May said, hey, it feels good, to win on the road, to hear, run out there, see the screaming fans and everything, and, silence that crowd. That's one thing that I like about this team. This team defies odds. And this year, they won. 3 losses, all 3 losses came in home. I wish we can go back and redo them, but at 3 losses define the character of this team. They made this team. They made us content creators appreciate this team, especially when you can sit back and look at the last 2 seasons, 4-13, 4-13, and now to be 16-3, one game away from the Super Bowl. We have one team in front of us, and that's the Denver Broncos. And I hate that they lost Bo Nix because I wanted to see Bo Nix versus Drake May. I wanted Bo Nix to face our defense as we face their defense. I didn't want any excuses for when we win. They say, oh, they didn't have Bo. No, y'all are out here with the Stiddy train talking about Stidham. Jarrett Stidham. The man has not thrown the ball again. Last start was week 18 of 2023. Need I say anymore? We don't need to see tape on him. He needs to pay it. What is Stidham going to do when he sees that defense across from him? He doesn't know. They don't know. So, guys, we're back. I say that, and I don't mean to be like, oh, we're back. No, we're back because look at where we're at. Look at where we came from, and look at where we're at. We're one game away. We're in the AFC Championship already. We faced 2 defenses that they said the Chargers defense was that team. They said Herb and them was going to do something. Then after we beat them, Herb, he ain't experienced. Herb, he was bad. Herb and them, Justin Herb and them, they ain't that good. Then the Texans came. CJ Stroud didn't have Nico. CJ Stroud was having an off day. Defense still showed up. And the same exact throw Drake made the first time he took the field and it started against the Texans, he threw it to Booty again, and Booty got that one hand grab. And if you go to the Patriot website on their X, you see that one hand grab. Guys, there's no excuses. Look, win, lose, or tie. It's Patriot pride and it's Patriots till I die. And guess what? We weren't even supposed to be here. Think about that. We made it. We defied the odds. We played the schedule. I heard Skip Bailey say, "Oh, they played one team with a winning record." Tampa Bay was a good team when we played them. I'm sorry they fell off after we beat them. But everybody that you threw at us, we handled our business. And now we went on a postseason run. And what Mike Vrabel said was, when questioned about the players who have not played in the postseason or a championship game, he said, "Do the veterans help?" He said, wait. 2 weeks ago, the guys didn't have any postseason, and they played 2 weeks in the postseason. So, I mean, look at what we did. We're here. So, all the questions are out the window. There's no more guessing. We're here. We're on the clock. Today's Wednesday, so we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay? So we're there. This is the Patriot Blitz. I'm your host, Jay's Perspective. This is 365 Patriot Blitz. Put some respect on the Patriots, please. Stop with all the cap, please. Because guess what? Guys, it's AFC Championship week. It's the championship special. I thank y'all for tuning in. Please remember to hit that like button. Hit that for my Rumble people. Hit that follow button and sub up to the channel. And remember, go Pats! Stay tuned, stay clutch. We gone. Go Pats. Yes.